Necromancers are... Nobody really knows. As far as I've heard, no one... I've read stories. You give the Ideal Masters souls, they give you powers to summon the undead. It's all very businesslike. Because most of the stories end with the Ideal Masters duping the Necromancers, who end up dead or wishing they were dead. Just get all of the ingredients into the vessel. Then the rest... Are you ready to go? I'm not entirely... Of course. What is it? I've been asking... She was so sure of what we did to my father. Possibly. She worried about me. About all of us. But she wanted... Yes. Are we ready then? All right. Here goes. Ancestors. Created a portal in Soul. Incredible. Try to handle this quickly. Mother? Mother!
Can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana. What are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to complete the prophecy our way, not his.
Wait a moment. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you.
So how has it come to pass that a vampire of mixed blood is in the company of my daughter?
Safe? You call bringing her here safe?
Serana has sacrificed everything to... You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. When I the scroll I presume you found, the second scroll declares, like myself, Serana was a human once. Tradition we call such confluences that it was being selected as an offering to... Now you're beginning to see why If Hark... In his eyes. And how exactly do you plan on completing the prophecy without the death of my... Have you been listening to me? Like Serana, I'm a pure-blooded vampire. My presence on Tamriel, you care nothing for. You see the tyranny of the sun as your chance at deification. And like Harkon, you... Serana? This stranger may call himself a vampire, but he knows nothing of our struggle. Why should I entrust you to him?
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
If you only open your eyes the moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you two. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him, before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder's Robe.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange challenge us for tomorrow. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. You're in, but for Serana's sake. Yes. Fortunately, you're in a... You need, at their bases, the barrier... Destroy the Keepers that are One more word of warning. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the Keepers. Harkon's vision is a world plunged in eternal darkness, where the vampire... What he fails to realize, if eternal night fell, there are many who wouldn't stand for it. The order of the day would be our destruction. I do. It's how the vampire has survived as you've been traveling. You should find no difficulty using them. When I entered the Soul Cairn, if I had foreseen the Ideal Masters, unfortunately, I was able to hold them at bay. Unfortunately, since the Keepers weren't able to claim my soul, they had their minions construct a barrier that time has... I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game. Each watching the other to see... I know very little about them. They're mystic entities that lord over the Soul Cairn. Well, some necromancers believe they are the crystalline structures dotting the Soul Cairn. I believe there's more to it than that. I think they transcend what we perceive. Perhaps they were once corporeal beings, but they've conduits through which the Ideal Masters speak to the Ideal. It's the reason for the Soul Cairn's existence. The ability to summon powerful However, the majority of necromancers that are foolish enough to enter into a bargain with the Ideal Masters...
Let's kill those... Keeper things and get back to harvesting souls. And keep... Watch for Durnevere. With the prison's barrier down, he's almost certain to investigate. I'm glad you're here. Never thought I'd witness the death of that dragon. Volumes written on Durnevere allege that he can't be slain by... unless... the soul of a dragon. It's possible that your killing blow has merely displaced Durnevere's physical form, while he reconstitutes himself. Minutes,
Now, let's get you the Elder Scroll, and you can be on.
Come on, leading us to the scroll.
What did you want? What did you...
I think I could be doing this alone.
Now that you've retrieved the Elders, I have no choice. If I return to Tamriel, that as much as it pains me to remember that Harkon isn't, and promise me you'll keep my daughter safe. She's the only thing of value. Now that you've retrieved the Elder Scroll, you should be on your way.